Good morning. We got 15 seconds to the bell here. I'm in two stocks and been trading a little bit pre-market up $50 here. Market opens in 2 seconds. So I'm looking at CHCI here for a break to the upside. This one's looking pretty good. I'm going to take half of my profit right there. And I'm going to be holding the rest if it halts here. If not, I might stop out. Pretty bullish on this stock right now, so I'm going to just keep holding it, breaking new high. Going to take another half of my position, so I only have 27 shares right now. Up $100 more, and it's halting at 1572. Will it halt? Can't quite halt there. And it's dropping down now. HTBX is eating me alive. So CHCI just halted going down. I made a mistake of buying in at 1450, thinking I saw some buying on the level 2, but it was pretty risky. So not doing too great in that aspect. Let's look at HTBX, manage the trade that's not in a halt right now. HTBX. This one's looking pretty bearish. So I'm going to go ahead and stop out of here. And I'm going to turn my attention to the scanners and also KALV. Actually, AUVI doesn't look bad. AUVI. So AUVI, I'm going to go long here at 932. This one is looking good if it gets over the $0.50. I'm going to go ahead and take some profit here. So I took half my profit off the table, and it looks like it's going to be halting. So AUVI is halted going up. So I'm in two halts right now, CHCI and AUVI. I'm going to put CHCI up because it's going to resume first. So this one, I have 86 shares, an average price of $14.12. Go ahead and put that in the chart here. 14.12. So this blue line's my average price right now. So at market open, it did a huge move, all the way up to a high of 1572. Almost halted, but didn't halt. You saw on the level 2 there was a red line here. That was the halt price. It didn't halt, and then it turned around and came back all down. I bought here at 14. Where's the 10-second chart? So I bought here at 1450 because I thought I saw some buying going through. It wasn't enough, and it came down to the downside, and halted at a price of $13.35. So I'm in it, dollar down in this halt going down. Usually when halts resume, they open up lower if it halted going down, or open up higher if it halted going up. So we can kind of anticipate it opening up even lower right now, and we'll have to manage the trade. So I have 86 shares. Yeah, so I certainly don't want to get stuck in a second halt going down. And if it bounces and goes up, I don't want to stop out. So what price do I want to sell? $30 to resumption. Okay. All right, stopped out. Sold at 12.20. Too risky to hold it there. I didn't want to go into a second halt going down. And it's not looking good for anyone that's in this to the long right now. So I'm pretty much break even right now on the day. So 40 seconds or so to resumption on AUVI. You can see here it halted at 9:33.24. So resumption is going to be 9:38.24. So I'm going to pull AUVI up. If this opens up and does a dip, AUVI, I'm going to be a buyer. So I bought there, and I'm selling half here if I can. I'm going to cancel that order. Selling half there, and see if we can get another halt going up. Selling another half there, so I only have 60 shares right now. So is this going to be a 1 minute dip, or is it going to be a bigger pullback? The high of this current 1 minute candle is 1080. So I'm buying here for the break of the 1 minute chart. Average price is 1061. Can we break 1080? I'm buying here again. Seems pretty bullish to me. Didn't pull back too far. Once we break 1080, I'll be taking some profit. Not too much red on the tape, and I'm selling half there. And will it halt going up? I'm gonna hold this for the halt. Halted. Halt level is 1154. It's having some resistance. I'm going to sell another half of my position there, so I only have 93 shares going into this halt. Halt level moved up to 1176. My hands are off right now. Just watching. Can we... Alright, this is good. So right now I'm up basically $500 on the day right now. It hasn't halted. And alright, it'll halt now. So it halted there at 541.39. I have 93 shares, average price of 10.54. And it halted at 11.76. So I'm trading with a $2,000 account right now, and I am up $500 realized and unrealized profit. So that's 25% gains. That takes most people 3 years in the stock market, and I'm doing it in 12 minutes. And this is why I like day trading, because the risk is high, but the reward is high as well. So as long as you can learn to manage the risk, you can do pretty well. The downside is the emotions are high. You have to work with your emotions, because they can be very impactful in your trading, and you can either use them to your advantage, or they can completely obliterate your trading account in a matter of seconds. Because I could just as easily be down 500 today. In fact, I was down a couple hundred during pre-market on KALV and HTBX. So let's look at some of the other stocks right now. CHCI is not doing a whole lot right now. HTBX not doing much either. And then KALV, I traded this one pre-market. Not doing a whole lot now, but this one is easy to borrow. I would be interested in shorting this one, and actually I'm gonna take a short position here probably. This is a little bit out of my wheelhouse. It's higher priced, so 2 minutes till resumption on AUVI. So I would be shorting KALV because it's below the VWAP, and it, see, look at that. It is rejecting these moving averages here. So that would have been a good short, but right now I'm going to focus on AUVI. I don't want to be in a short trade on KALV and then be trading AUVI when it opens up, and then forget about KALV and look back at it and it's all of a sudden gone up $5 and wiped out any profit on AUVI. So we got resumption in 1 minute on AUVI. It's 5-minute halt. And I'm going to be looking to add if it dips. And I'm going to be looking to sell my 93 shares as it goes up if it opens higher. So 30 seconds. So I'm using hotkeys for all my trades. So I'm adding there. Added at 12:20. It's kind of struggling here. Average price is 11.46. I'm gonna sell half there at 12.83 if I can. Order didn't fill, so you can see my order sitting here. I'm gonna leave it there just in case. Order executed. Now I only have 108 shares up. See if we can get another halt here. I'm just gonna hold these 108 shares if it halts. Can't quite get there. And I'm going to sell another half, so I only have 54 shares right now. Holding 54 shares, and it's trying to halt here at 13.46. Now you might be asking yourself, like, Chris, why are you selling if it's going up like this? And why don't you just hold it and it keeps going up? Well, here's the thing. If it halts, that means it is trading on extreme volatility. And sure, if I bought and held my full account down here at $10 and rode it all the way up here, yeah, that would be a great day. That would be a big win. But that's called holding and hoping. I'm trading a strategy where I enter when it's pulling back and I take profit when it's high. Buy low, sell high. Sometimes I buy high, sell higher. When you do that, it's riskier, and I was doing that here a little bit. But on any time frame in any market, what are you trying to do? You're trying to buy it low and sell it high. So my average price on these 54 shares is $12.22. Anyways, to finish that thought about why am I selling it, it's because when it halts, it could open up lower. It could come shooting back down, and I could be down. And you're either going to leave some on the table, taking profit as it goes up, or you're going to lose money coming back down. So I'm going to go and stop out here. Currently up $6.78 on the day in a $2,004 account. So right now at this point, we haven't had a 5-minute pullback. So I'm going to wait for a 5-minute setup here. And so I'm going to be looking to buy at the high of the previous 5-minute candle, as long as this 5-minute candle stays down here below the last one. So in 4 minutes and 16 seconds, we'll have our next 5-minute candle, and I'll be looking for that to break the high of this current 5-minute candle. The high is 1293 right now. So a lot of times I don't do well in pre-market, and I still come in early and take some trades, and oftentimes it's detrimental to my P&L on the day. Today it is. I'd be up another $167 or $267 if it weren't for my pre-market trades on KALV and HTBX. But I did take a good trade on KALV, but then I got in at a bad price. Made a bad decision. I had to assess what I was doing and take a step back and wait for better setups. It's very easy for me to get off track and start taking trades. Look at this. AUVI is halting, coming down at 1147. So this is exactly why I was taking profit repeatedly as the stock went up. If I just held it, like a lot of people held GME or Dogecoin, if that's how you pronounce it, if you just keep holding it without a plan for taking profit, who's to say it won't come back down and you'll wipe out all of your gains before you even had a chance to realize it? Not that I'm saying that that's happening to Dogecoin. I don't really pay attention to crypto much, but this one is a good example. Let's see where it's at on the day. So look at this daily chart for GME. I'm sure while many people made a lot of money trading this, just as many people, and not hedge funds, not just hedge funds, hedge funds made a lot of money on this one too, but a lot of retail traders like myself could have. I didn't trade GME at all, didn't touch it, or a bunch of people on Robinhood and Webull and all those apps could still be holding and feeling the pain of buying high and holding. I hope that's not the case for any of you, but it is for some. It is for many. So let's look back at AUVI here. So I'm still interested in this for a 5-minute setup. But first we need to resume trading here. It's going to be in 3 minutes, and then it's going to have to come back up and make a new high on the 5-minute chart. So this is the gappers, so I'm going to put this up here and kind of go through some of them, see if there's anything interesting. So CHCI, let's see what that one's doing. CHCI. Huh. So if this gets above VWAP, which is this line here, and it's currently at 1249, I'd be interested. Doesn't have a catalyst. Doesn't show any news here. I'm sure it has a catalyst. I just don't know what it is. This one's up. Basically, okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and buy about 39 shares here at 1270, and I'm gonna sell it at 1323. So you can see here I bought 39 shares at an execution price of 1269 and sold at 1323. That was for the break of the VWAP. I was a little bit late. I wanted to get in it below 1250, but you saw how fast the price was jumping up there, and I just bought it as quickly as I could and took profit, and looked like it wanted to halt, but so now it's above the VWAP. It's high right now, it's extended, but I can watch it for pullbacks, and I can watch it for 5-minute setups. So that could have been a dip trade there. AUVI resumed. I'm going to switch back over to that. Shoot, AUVI. So if this breaks 1293, I'll buy. But at this point, CHCI, wow, I'm gonna pull up both these. CHCI and AUVI. Alright. So now we have the level 2 and the charts for both stocks here that are looking interesting. I'm about to buy AUVI if it breaks the high of this 5-minute candle, which is 1293. So I have my hand on the keyboard. My hotkeys are Shift 1, 2, 3, or 4, depending on what percent of my account size I plan to use on the trade. So right now I'm just going to do Shift 2 right here, 1270, in anticipation. I'm going to stop out at $12 if it doesn't work, but let's see here. I'm going to add here, so I'm adding. Now I'm basically in with my full account. This is not a good practice, but I have a good cushion on the day, and I am trying to build this small account to a more comfortable level as quickly as possible. So as long as we're above $12, I'm okay here. Average price is $12.65. I'm going to go ahead and sell some right as it breaks $13. Can we break $13? So I'm staring at the level 2 and the time and sales, watching orders go through and watching the bid and the ask. And $13 broken, sold half at $13.23, and I only have 150 shares now. This is just the beginning of this, excuse me, 5-minute setup, so I'm holding on to these 150 shares for the time being and hoping that it goes higher. And I can easily stop out and still be green on this trade. Average price is $12.60. It's currently at $13.50, so up almost a whole dollar. Looks like it's gonna halt at $13.89. Didn't halt. CHCI is above the VWAP, but not trading on momentum. When stocks are moving like this, it's trading on momentum. There's a lot of traders watching and trading. So let's see, we're at $13.50. If it breaks over $14, it should probably be a pretty explosive move and go into a halt. You can see the high of day right now is 13, what is it? 13.89. So it's a pretty big drop there. I'm not stopping out just yet because this is a pullback on the 1-minute chart, but it could very well work on the 5-minute setup here. So right now, I've had a great day. I have a $2,004 account, and I have $780 of realized profit, which is exceptional. I'm actually buying here for the 1-minute breakout, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm selling half there at $14.34. So I have 134 shares, and I'm up $1,000 on the day. Wow. It's a good day. So on good days where there's a lot of volatility and momentum and I capitalize on it, I need to keep a level head just as much as on red days when I'm down a couple hundred and I need to keep a level head instead of letting it get to me. On green days like this is a great day. I need to be humble and not have too much euphoria, because I can easily slip up and see another stock moving that's super risky, put my whole account in it, and lose all the gains on the day. I've done that several times, and it's pretty bad when you go from up thousands of dollars to down thousands of dollars in a matter of seconds, because you forget to keep your cool and jump onto any stock. So I just sold half those shares at $14.99. So I have 67 shares right now, average price of $13.40. Just just establishing a good risk management here, not being too greedy. So my goal here today was to grow this account as fast as I can. I was going to try and live stream, but still not set up for it, so I opted to screen record today. And most days aren't this good, so you're not going to see me have, grow a $2,000 account by over $1,000 most days. That's not going to happen. But it's happening today, and we'll do what we can to make it happen every day. So here I'm basically trying to see how quickly I can grow a $2,000 account. One concern that I can, in this particular account, I can't trade if it's below $2,000. So I put $2,000 in here. And if I had a red day today, I would have had to add to my account to keep trading, which no one wants to do that. So right now I'm just kind of holding and riding this momentum. It's getting pretty extended now on the 5-minute chart as well as the 1 minute. So you can see this trade was based on this pullback here. So on the 5-minute chart, it opened up here around $10, came up, tapped 14, hit 13.85, and pulled all the way back down to 10.92. And I had already been trading it in here on 1 minute breakouts and just momentum, looking at the time and sale, seeing where people were buying and selling. But I really liked this setup here, the break of the previous 5-minute candle. So that's where I added there and took profit. And now I'm just kind of riding it with 67 shares at an average price of $13.40. And you can see all that up here. Here's my P&L on the day. Couple stocks hitting the scanners. I haven't even been watching this at all today, just because the stocks on the gappers list this morning have been the hot ones to trade for me. So I might buy this over 16. See, I've kind of stepped back because I'm feeling a little bit of euphoria here today, so I'm not really looking to plunge my whole account back into here. That would have been a good trade on the 1 minute chart here as it broke this high of this candle here, because it did another pullback. So sure, I could be up. I could have doubled my account by now if I was being a little bit more aggressive, but I'm just not doing that right now. I'm going to be grateful grateful for what I got and managed these 67 shares. If it does another 5-minute setup, I'll probably trade that. If it comes crashing down, I'll stop out before 1340 for sure. And yeah, be a good day. I'll probably stick around and look for opportunity to short something. I do a fair amount of shorting as well, short selling, and that's usually better after the first hour and a half or 2 hours of the day, after some of the momentum to the long side cools down and stocks are correcting a little bit. Wow. Do you see how quick that jumped from 17 to 1750? Incredible. There aren't stocks like this every day, which is why it's pretty cool it's happening today when I decided to start trading with this account. But they're not super uncommon. And so the way that I found these stocks to trade today is with this list right here. This is a Trade Ideas stock scanner, just like these ones over here. And it shows you all the stocks within the certain parameters that you can set that are gapping up from yesterday's close. And if you look right here, CHCI right here is up 250% on the day, which is incredible. I'm actually gonna take some profit here, so I'm all out now. I just sold at 1803. It's pretty extended here, and I'm just gonna see if it does a 5-minute setup. If it keeps going up, that's all right. I'm up $1,400 on the day in a $2,000 account, so I can't complain. So right here is when a lot of people experience FOMO, because I sold the rest of my position at 1803, and now it's up almost $1. FOMO is fear of missing out. So right now, I theoretically just missed out on basic. Okay, it halted going up. So I just missed out on 80 cents a share. And that can cause a lot of people to want to buy back in at the higher price, because what if the stock keeps going up? And what if is not a question that you want to base your trades on in the stock market, because if you're trading on a what if basis, then you are behind the move, and it will very likely move in the other direction. Usually, if you're experiencing FOMO and you take trades because of it, the stock just happens to turn around right then, and you are in a losing trade. The odds are not in your favor if you're trading based on FOMO, and so many people do. I have a lot. I will continue to now and then, but I'm going to minimize it as much as I can by constantly assessing how my emotions and my mind are looking at what's in front of me. Because if you start building up emotions, you can start to trade based on those instead of what you're actually seeing, and it will cost you money, no doubt. Or it will cost me money. So this halted at 10:13:26. So it will resume at 10:18:26. So when I'm looking over here, I hope you can hear it. I'll turn the volume up so you can hear the scanners. LEDS. I'm not even really interested in pulling this up on the chart to look at it, because it only has 317,000 shares of volume, and I really try and only trade above 1 million shares of volume, and 500,000 is getting pretty low for me. That's because if there's no volume, then there can be a lot of volatility with low volume, but there's big spreads. So the difference between the bid price and the ask price can be big. So when you jump in and you buy a stock with a large spread, the stock's going to have to go up that spread before you can sell and be break even if you're selling with a market order. So I can go in here and kind of show you some settings. So here's my hotkeys. So these are a lot of different settings I have. So I'm shift 1, shift 2, shift 3, and shift 4 by different percentages of my buying power. And I like to start out with smaller size, but then I kind of adjust it just based on each trade, how likely I think it's going to work and how risky or how safe it is. So I'll use shift 1 or shift 2 if I'm not too sure about it, and I'll use shift 3 or shift 4 to buy in at different setups. For example, a 5-minute setup, I'm more likely to use 75 or 90% of my account. Sometimes I'll hit shift 4 twice in a row just to get up to 99% of my buying power, because it does 90% and it does 90% of the remaining 10%. But that costs me 2 commissions, so I try and steer clear of that. But it's hard not to, because if I'm sure of something, then I like to capitalize on it as much as I can. Then I have all other kinds of orders here. Let's pull this down here at resume trading. So look at that. It's pretty low now. I could watch it for let's see, 1875. I'm a buyer at 1875. That's just below the high of this candle. So I'm watching for 1875. And this is going to be a shift 1 by 25%. Boom. Oh shoot. Doesn't work when I have this open. So here we go. 18. Order didn't even fill. So see how I have an order here to buy 1886. So I'm going to cancel that. I would have sold it by now. The reason that didn't execute is because on my orders, it limits my risk, because I'm only going to execute the trade if it's within a certain range of that price. and that eliminates the risk of hitting shift 1 and buying it $1 higher than I wanted to, because from the time I decided to buy and the time it actually sends the order, I don't want to buy it if it's $1 higher, because then I'd be buying it up here at $20 or 19. Wow, that would have been a great trade, but it's okay. So it's kind of funny because, you know, like mainstream popular markets like cryptocurrencies and people freaking out about GameStop and all that thing is kind of interesting to me, because there's stocks that move like this fairly often, and even bigger moves than GameStop and things like Dogecoin or Doggy Coin or whatever it is. But they're just not on like mainstream, like they're not trending. People don't know about it. And the reason is there's not much of a story behind it. These are just professional and retail day traders who are paying attention to the markets. But what was the catalyst on this? Let's see. AUVI. So here's the catalyst that brought this stock to people's attention. So Applied UV announces acquisition of the Aeroside R technology platform for airborne pathogen reduction. Developed with NASA as a patented pathogen killing technology, and so forth. So this is the news catalyst that originally caused this stock to gap up overnight. But most of the trading that's going on, driving this price up so much right now, is just retail and professional day traders looking to profit from the volatility. And as such, it is even more volatile, and it's going to go up a lot, already has gone up a lot, and it'll come back down at some point. Maybe today, very likely today, maybe tomorrow, but this is not a permanent change in the stock price, most likely. I'm not providing any advice here or anything, but as a buy and hold investor, it would be very questionable to see something like this in the news and just buy it at $20 a share, because you've already missed the move, my friend. You've already missed the move. So right now, from this 5-minute setup here, down at $13, it's up at 22, and it hasn't had a real 5-minute pullback. It's had some pullbacks. Had a good pullback here around $17, $18, $19, and it had a good 1-minute pullback here, but it hasn't had a considerable pullback. My concern with this on the next 5-minute pullback is the market's already been open for 54 minutes, and some of the momentum is going to be slowing down most likely. But since it is it's the only small cap stock that's behaving like this today, it could It could still be pretty hot next 5-minute pullback. Usually the first 5-minute pullback is strong, the second one is decent to strong, and then the third one may work, or it might fail and come back down. So this will resume again in 2.5 minutes. I am not in any trades right now, haven't been for about 15 minutes, 14 minutes now. I'm just sitting on the sidelines waiting to see if we get some opportunity for a entry while being able to manage the risk. So this one is gapping up a lot. It was trading around $15. Yesterday it had a high of 1607, and today, right now, it's at 43.50. This one wiped me out a little bit at the start. I was trading at pre-market and I took a trade. I believe it was anticipating a 5-minute breakout here, and it came to the downside and I just held it a little bit too long, and I'm red 165 on it right now. It's a little bit out of my price range I like to stick to. I like to stay under $40 for sure, usually under 30, just because I can buy more shares and there's a little bit more volatility with prices as you get down to the cheaper stocks. So I'll do a test of the internet right now here and see how it's looking. All right, AUVI resumed. AUVI. See, look at that. So this just resumed, and in seconds it's halted coming down. We can, yep. So it halted at 27.42, going down. So that's pretty solid internet for Alaska. On the East Coast, people are trading with, just not in Alaska. People are trading with internet 3 times this fast, and it helps out a lot. But Alaska's pretty cool too, so can't complain. So it's been an hour since the market opened, and this stock is halting, coming down, which is not a great sign. And so I think I'm going to call it a day right now. So I've been trading a little over an hour, started pre-market. So I've been trading about an hour and a half. And in my $2,004 account, I am up $1,443.12 before commissions. And I'll be back at it tomorrow morning. This wasn't a live stream, but I am intending to be live streaming by the end of this week, if possible. And yeah, looking forward to it. And see you later. Thanks for tuning in.